Okay guys, I just made a few changes in my code to make them better and found a few bugs inside the application that need to be fixed. Now let's work on them one by one. So as you can see inside this post card, we need to have this user along with the post. So before we used to fetch the data and then get the all user from our context API, and then using find method we just find our user data. So now I just get our user data inside this use fetch custom hook. So as you can see in here, I just define a new variable. We have this on snapshot again, but this time our map function is going to be asynchronous, and because of this behavior I need to add this promise.all. So the rest of our logic will be the same, and now you can see I got this user from our database, and then we got the user doc. Okay, and down here we just check if the user exists, we just get their data. So I just take out this created from our user data because we have this created name inside this post data also, so it will make some conflicts, and just return our data. Okay, so now instead of this one I'm gonna delete this find method. We just destructure this username here. Okay, and just make it username. Now you can see our project is the same. Okay, and also if I open this post component, you can see we used to fetch our data inside this component, so I just delete it from here because we need this post data in multiple components. So I just fetch this data inside this context API. So as you can see we have this data and loading coming from our use fetch custom hook, and I just pass them here. So to avoid any duplication name, I just rename them here. Okay, and I use this inside our profile home component. Okay, so I just imported this post data and post loading from our block context API. And also if I open the single post again, as you can see we have this invalid date. This is because of the conflict of this created name inside both the get user data and this post items. Okay, so the solution for that is to open this single post component again. So in here as you can see I have fetched the post data and the user data in the same function. So similar to this use fetch hook, we just take out that created from our get user data. So I just write here created and just destructure the rest of our data. Okay, so instead of this user data we just pass this rest here. Now you can see that our issue is fixed. Okay, so this is the changes that I made inside my code. So if you want you can make these changes also. Alright guys, I also noticed a new problem here. So if I add a post, so let's say new post is uploaded. Let's make it longer and let's have this description here. Okay, so if I click publish and if I don't choose any image, now let's add some text here. Okay, so if I publish this post, you can see I'm able to publish this, but it will cause a problem for us. Okay, let's check where is the post. Now you can see it will destroy the whole UI of our web page. Okay, so to solve this problem, I'm going to open this preview component here. Let me close this too. And as you can see, we have a handle submit function here, and also the value of this post image will always be this image URL, which is a get download URL from Firebase. Okay, so even if I don't choose any image inside my box, then the Firebase will generate a random URL which is not working. So to solve this problem, I'm going to wrap this with if we have this image URL. I mean, when we chose the image, that image data will be saved here. So in here I'm going to say if we have this image URL, then we just upload it to the Firebase. Now we cannot have access this from inside, so I just make a temporary variable here, okay, and just reassign it here. Okay, so now in here we are going to set a condition. We want to send this image URL or this empty string. Okay, we still have that problem, and now let's open this postcard here. So in here, let me find this image. We need to set a condition. I wanna show this post image when we have an image inside our database. Okay, now you can see we don't have that damaged image in this post, and this one is because the Firebase generated the random URL. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this one from here. Okay, so if I try to delete it from here, I mean from postcard, you can see we are getting this error. So the problem is, if I open this action component here, we need to receive this post ID, title and description, but inside this postcard I send this wrong props here. So instead I'm going to send the post ID. Okay, it should be equal to post ID, and the title is going to be this title. Also description is going to be the description. Okay, so now let's try it again. If I click it and click this delete here, you can see I'm able to remove this post from this postcard. So hopefully I saw this back, and this is how you can solve this problem. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So if I add that post again, let's say new title is here, and let's add this random text. Okay, so if I click this publish here, and here you can see we don't have that broken image, but if I open it here, you can see inside the single post we have this broken image. So just open this single post here, and now let's find that post image. You can see here is my post image. So in here I just set a condition. So if we have post image, then we are going to display this post image here. Okay, now you can see that broken image is not displaying anymore, and we may have this inside our recommended post. So just open this here, and if I scroll down, let's open this post. It's down here, and again I'm gonna set a condition. If we have post image, we want to display this image here. Okay, and also I forget to add some height for these images. So let's open this postcard here, and you can see I just set this width here. Okay, so I just set height to be a trim, and object width should be cover. Okay, alright guys, we are done with this cleanup. So up here I'm going to say cleanup is done and just commit it. Okay, let's commit this one. I'm going to say cleanup is done. Just click this commit here. Okay,